Okay, well, welcome to a new playthrough. We are starting Resistance 3. And funny because Resistance 2 was actually one of the earliest full playthroughs that I ever did on YouTube. Way back in, geez, what was that, 2008, I want to say? So, yeah, took a few years for this one to come out. Looking forward to jumping into the campaign. No, I don't want to save to a fucking cloud server that I can never reach. No, I'm not using the PlayStation Move. I refuse. After playing many games with the PlayStation Move this year, unless it's a Move required game, I am not using it. So I'll be using the traditional Sony DualShock 3 pad. Alright, we've got a patch, of course. I fully expected this. Okay. There's not enough free space on the hard disk. I love when that happens. Alright, well there's a bunch of stuff I could delete on here. Let's see. How about the Resistance 3 online beta, which I never got to try because every time I tried to play the damn thing, the servers were down. Okay, well now I have enough room. Alrighty then. How ironic that I have to delete the online beta of the game that I'm doing a playthrough for in order to play it. Yes, unfortunately the Resistance 3 beta was plagued with problems. First it was supposed to be released on a certain date, ended up getting delayed a full week and a half because they said they couldn't get the beta out in time due to that PSN outage earlier this year. Then when I went to play it, on the day when I had time, the servers weren't working and I couldn't connect, so I never got to play the online beta. And so this will be, you know, now that I own the game, will be the first time I get to play the online. And I'm actually hoping, really hoping, that in this game, looks like we've got a nice 676 megabyte patch to download here. Luckily I have fast internet, so it shouldn't take that long. But in the first game, or I said first game, I'm speaking incorrectly, in the second game, Resistance 2, which was actually the first Resistance game I played because I didn't own a PlayStation 3 at launch, so I didn't play Resistance 1. But I really liked Resistance 2, especially the campaign of it, but there were just a couple things that was funny because I thought the presentation was great, the graphics were outstanding, some of the boss battles were great, like that super gigantic alien. That was so awesome. The first time you see him in the city and then he comes after you, that was fucking so just gripping and amazing to be like, wow, I'm actually playing this. I'm interacting in this amazing fucking scene. I feel like I'm in a multi-million-dollar blockbuster movie. But at the same time, there were just parts of that game that were so poorly programmed with bad AI. Like I remember there was a part where you're in a building and you're holding, you know, there's a bunch of your troops in this building at the doorway supposedly holding back the aliens, and it was your job to run out of this building across a firefight and get to the other side of like this alley. And the aliens literally walked into the door right by my AI teammates. They just completely ignored them. And you know, my teammates didn't shoot one bullet at them, just watched them walk in. They came up the stairs and shot at me while I was busy reloading on the top floor of the building. It made absolutely no sense. It was extremely badly programmed, and it was pretty obvious no one had tested that area, or else you would have seen that the AI troops don't actually do anything useful. So it was pretty silly. And I'm really hoping, you know, in the 3 years since the last installment, that they fixed that kind of stuff. So let's see, the story of Resistance 3 is you're no longer Nathan Hale because Nathan Hale was killed at the end of Resistance 2. If you think that's a spoiler, you're an idiot because the game's been out for 3 years. You had 3 years to figure that out, so I don't want to hear it. It's up to Joseph Capelli now. I guess Joseph Capelli is an American soldier, and it looks like that you're going to travel through America all the way to New York City trying to hold off this alien invasion, but it's not looking so well. I mean, 2 games so far, and you haven't stopped the aliens. I mean, how far, you know, are you going to go here until you realize that maybe you're not powerful enough to stop this invasion? And I'm wondering if this is going to be the last Resistance game, because there's been rumors that it was always going to be a trilogy if it was successful. And maybe this game will actually have a definitive ending that shows what happens to the humans and in the war, if the war ends or whatever. That would be interesting. So Alright, so our patch is almost done. Then I'm sure there's going to be a mandatory install. And then we'll get the show on the road. Now this game does have cooperative mode, but I don't know anyone who bought it. I've said this many times. Connecticut is an Xbox 360 state. It really is. Most people bought the Xbox 360 when it was new and have stuck with it. There are a lot of people who have PlayStation 3s, don't get me wrong, but when it comes to, you know, people who do stuff on YouTube and playthroughs and such, there really aren't that many people who have PlayStation 3s and do that kind of stuff here. Now, I did talk to John Rambo about possibly doing co-op with him in this game, but I believe the co-op is only online. I don't think you can do split-screen co-op. I'm not positive on that, and I should actually check into it, because if there is split-screen co-op, it's something I'll probably do with him. So I will look into that, and if there is split-screen co-op, we may do it together. But outside of that, he wasn't interested in getting this game, and so he didn't buy it, and so obviously we're not going to be doing online co-op or anything like that. But that's okay. I got the campaign to play through. I'm going to try the online play. I do have to say I was disappointed with the online play of Resistance 2. When I tried to play, it was pretty laggy. The connections were really bad, and I just remember people teleporting all over the place when I was playing. I was like, what the hell is this, you know? Okay. So, I'm still not using the Move controller. Okay. Uh-oh. If you have a history of epilepsy, why on earth are you playing a video game? The game saves data automatically to your hard drive. How nice of them. Sony Computer Entertainment presents. It presents Insomniac Games. Okay. No, that's the game developer. That was a bad order there. The game needs to install data on my hard disk drive. No crap. Uh-oh, here they come. When you wish upon a star, Chimera virus infects the world. Oh, right in his tomato soup. Look at this delicious glowing morsel. Let me have some extra. Okay, maybe that was a bad choice to eat the glowing rock that came out of the sky. And so the Chimera invaded. Created even more Chimera. Mutant monsters. Pretty interesting the way they invade. They invade through a virus that mutates the planet into the Chimera race. 1951, the Chimeran army marches west. Are they the Chimera or the Kimra? I never understood that. Project Abraham. They gave it to Nathan Hale. Gave him his powers in the last game. Explosions, yes. Oh no, the beast is invading New York. Oh, it's the wrong game. But it's the same shit. Chimeran army invades all of America. And then the game installs. Oh my goodness, are you serious? Okay. Well, that was an anticlimactic ending to the intro. The game installs more. Alright, so I'll spare you this and we'll be back once the install is done and we're ready to start the real game.